So based upon that, what I have read, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, our subject this morning, let's worship in the Lord's house. Let's get on one accord and let's worship in the Lord's house. I like that subject. Let's come together and let's worship in the Lord's house. Let's have the same mindset when it comes to why we came to church. Let us have the mind that we came to worship the Lord. People come to church for a number of reasons. I say folk come to church for a number of reasons. Oh, can I take that further? People will join a particular church for a number of reasons. And some reasons why folk come to church is not right. Some of the reasons why folk join a particular church is wrong. See, a lot of folk will come to church just out of a feeling that, well, I'm going because my family go. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Even if it's a dead church, even if the church is stinking, rotten, and nothing is happening, you have folk that won't leave that particular place. They'll be to the point to where I'm going to die with my loved one. We came to this church, and so this is just how it is. Ever since I've been born, I've been in this particular church, and I really don't care, Pastor, what goes on up in here. I'm going to stay right here. Oh, some of y'all, you're gonna have to give up them amen this morning, because we remember times when we came to church, but our motives was not right. We remember times when we were invited to come to the house of the Lord, but we came with the wrong spirit. Oh, we brought up into God's house an ungrateful spirit. Do you remember when you wasn't saved and you would go to church, you wouldn't so much as clap your hand, you wouldn't amen nothing that the preacher said. You sat in church like you had been sucking on a bag of lemons, even though deep in your heart you knew that God had been good to you. Deep in your heart you knew that if God had not delivered you out of certain predicament, you would have been in a mess, but you kept sitting there as if you didn't recognize that you was in the house of the Lord. I come to tell a place of refuge that we need to be careful. We need to be careful when it comes to our attitude about coming to the house of God. We need to be careful and make sure that our motives are right and that we are worshiping God in the right manner. Am I right about it? And you can never get so stuck in a certain place or position that you are unwilling to change, even when God is promoting the change. See, whenever God is trying to get you to change, it's for your benefit. It's that your life will be better. It's that you can come out of something that without God you could not come out of. We have in the house some former crackheads. We have in the house some former alcoholics. We have in the house some former whoremongers, some former skirt chasers, if you will, people that look to get into trouble. And the only reason you came out, the only reason you are a different person this morning is because God delivered you. He did for you what you could not do for yourself. And if I'm talking about you, you don't mind giving him a praise. You recognize that you didn't save yourself. The only reason you ain't stuck up in that stinking club is because God reached way and he pulled you up out of oh my God. Can I go ahead and preach it for just a few moments? I thank God that I know who saved me. I thank God that I know who delivered me and who brought me out. But so many times again, folk will get stuck in a certain way of thinking, and they're not willing to change. And I'm about to say something. I'm not talking about a particular denomination, but I'm just talking about how things can get embedded in you and they can cause you not to move. They can cause you to get stuck. You know, all the time you hear folks saying in reference to a Baptist church that they are quick to tell you that I was born a Baptist and I'm going to die a Baptist. How many ever heard folks saying such things that yeah, you can witness to them, but they'll say, hold up a minute now. I was born a Baptist and I'm going to die a Baptist. Well, see, the Bible is not there to support a statement because I thought all of us were born a sinner. And see, if you're born a sinner, then you're going to have to change in order to walk in the things of God. But if you were born a Baptist, if you were born, oh, come on, somebody. And so sometimes you have to change your way of thinking when you recognize that the way that I think is not according to the scripture. Don't worry about it hurting your feelings. Don't worry about the fact that you were raised like that. Don't even worry about how long you've been stuck in a particular place. Once you hear the word, once you see the light, it is your responsibility to walk in the light. Don't make excuses for walking in darkness, because Jesus said that men walk in darkness because they love the darkness. In other words, some folk are unwilling to change because they love the sin that they caught up in. They love the tipping, slipping, and the dipping. They love living on the down low, appearing to be one thing in public, but oh God, but it's some stuff going on in the closet. You will be surprised how many men are married to women, but that's not their true identity. They are hiding behind a marriage license. You'll be surprised of women that always seen with a man, but their real deal is being with a woman. And once you hear the word, you have a responsibility to change according to the word. Oh, you might as well high five somebody and shout, show it right, show it right, show. High five three more folks and say, show it right, show it right. Oh, just go on and tell somebody the word is right, the word is right. Don't you get upset, don't you get mad, don't you walk up out of here, don't you throw nothing up here at the preacher. The word is right. I said the word is right. The Bible said let every man be a liar and let the word be what? True.